Assalamu alaikum. UCP 600, article number 14, standard for examination of documents. Standard for examination of documents is very important. A nominated bank acting on its nomination, a confirming bank, if any, and the issuing bank must examine a presentation to determine on the basis of the documents alone, whether or not the documents appear on their face to constitute a complying presentation. Who will examine? A nominated bank acting on its nomination, if it acts, purchase, prepay, etc. A confirming bank, if any, if there is any confirming bank and documents to be presented to the confirming bank, and the issuing bank must examine. A nominated bank acting on its nomination, a confirming bank, if any, and the issuing bank shall each have a maximum of 5 banking days following the day of presentation to determine if a presentation is complying. Following the day of presentation, the presentation date is excluded, and banking days, holidays are not counted if a presentation is complying. This period is not curtailed or otherwise affected by the occurrence on or after the date of presentation of any expiry date or last day for presentation. After presentation, this date will not be considered, that expiry date, last day for presentation, not mandatory. Each will have 5 days, 5 banking days following the day of presentation. A presentation including one or more original transport documents subject to Article 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24 or 25. In my first presentation I have told which subject will be discussed on these articles, transport documents mainly, by or on behalf of the beneficiary not later than 21 calendar days after the date of shipment as described in these rules, but in any event not later than the expiry date of the credit. Must be made by or on behalf of the beneficiary not later than the 21 calendar days after the date of shipment. Yeah. Presented to the documents are presented to the bank, issuing bank, after the ship 21 days, 21 calendar days after the date of shipment. Data in a document, when read in context with the credit, the document itself and international standard banking practice did not be identical to general terms, but must not conflict with data in that document, any other stipulated document or the credit. General terms of the products name can be mentioned in other documents, but must not conflict with each other. In documents other than the commercial invoice, the description of the goods, services, or performance, if stated, may be in general terms, not conflicting with their description in the credit. If a credit requires presentation of a document other than a transport document, insurance document, or commercial invoice, without stipulating by whom the document is to be issued or its data content, banks will accept the documents as presented if its content appears to fulfill the function of the required document and otherwise complies with sub-article 14D. General documents will be accepted by the banks if the document issuer's name are not mentioned in the stipulated in the credit. A document presented but not required by the credit will be disregarded and may be returned to the presenter. If a credit contains a condition without stipulating the document to indicate compliance with the condition, banks will deem such condition as not stated and will disregard it. A condition you have set that should not be documented. Bank cannot actually read the mind of the exporter and importer. Only documents are examined. A document may be dated prior to the issuance date of the credit but must not be dated later than its date of presentation. Prior to issuance date of the credit, a document, sometimes certificate of origin, other documents, but must not be dated later than its date of presentation. Presentation date, okay, that is final. But main dates should not be later than the presentation date. While the addresses of the beneficiary and the applicant appear in any stipulated document, they need not be the same as those stated in the credit or in any other stipulated document, but must be within the same country as the respective address mentioned in the credit. Contact details, telefax, telephone, email, and the like stated as part of the beneficiary's and the applicant's address will be disregarded. The same country, okay, regarding address. However, when the address and contact details of the applicant appear as part of the consignee or notified party, details on a transport document subject to Article 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24 or 25, they must be as stated in the credit. There are conditions also. The shipper or consigner of the goods indicated on any document need not be the beneficiary of the credit. Shipper or consigner may be different than the beneficiary. A transport document may be issued by any party other than a carrier, owner, master or charterer, provided that the transport document meets the requirements of Articles 19, 20, 21, 22, 23 or 24 of these rules. Details will be discussed on these articles 19, 20, 21, 22, 23 or 24, bill of lading, transport documents, other transport documents, rail documents. Okay, thank you very much for being with me. Thank you.